I'm not a big fan of first-person shooters. You know the types, your Call of Duties, Halos, Valorant, Overwatches. Oh. The point is, I never really liked FPSs. So when I tell you that an FPS has become one of my favorite games of 2023, I mean you need to play this game right now.
Check me out, y'all. I ain't a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. I ain't a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Born, he made us the hard way. Hey, the front line takes the hard.
Friends vs. Friends is a card game mixed with a first-person shooter. In each round, players are dealt cards from their respective decks, which they could then play to give them an edge in battle. Card effects can range from giving you a better weapon, to giving you more health, to literally nuking the battlefield. That's not a joke, you could just nuke shit! As you could see, the game gets pretty chaotic, but if you're able to look through all the blood and bullets, you could see that there's a lot of strategy at play that make games more interesting than just 1v1 deathmatches where you just outshoot your opponent. For starters, each of the characters have a unique ability that they bring into battle. Moose Salto can jump twice, Spike Remington deals more damage, and Duck Anderson smokes weed. After you choose your character, you get to choose your cards, and you can really build your deck however you want to suit your playstyle. For example, I like to get in close and overwhelm my opponents. Real WM1 type shit. The boomstick is by far the best weapon for this role, so an immediate thought would be to pair it with speed up and speed down cards to help you close the gap. But that's for stupid heads, who are stupid and dumb. I'm gonna be using my favorite card, Parlay, which lets me get right up in their face, and then I'll surprise them by popping Boomstick, and this is where the beauty of Friends vs. Friends comes into play. When I fuck my opponent in the mouth by surprising them with a shotgun that I had hidden up my ass, I not only feel like I outskilled my opponent, but also outsmarted them. Finding unique combos for cards and successfully pulling them off feels so satisfying. A very common idea is pairing Garbage Day, which fills up your opponent's hand with useless cards, and Barbed Cards, which will hurt your opponent for playing cards. It is wonderfully disruptive. Either you play around it or you lose all your health. Just the other day, I was hit with the most fucked up combo. So this guy runs in and uses Iceman, a card that gives you a full body shield, but you are unable to move or shoot while it's active. However, you can use cards. So, what cards would you possibly want to use that would give you an edge in...
I got skills.
As you play, you get a virtual currency that you could use to buy card packs, which will give you cards. This should reasonably set off a lot of red flags, but don't fret, the team at Raw Fury have promised to never implement any kind of pay-to-win aspect into this game, which is amazing, by the way. But this does run into another issue, where if you don't get lucky over and over and over, you'll end up with really bad cards. The game tries to mitigate this by assigning levels to cards, where the more you pull of a certain card, the more effective that card becomes. But this then adds another issue, where a player who is newer at the game could just be at a statistical disadvantage than one who has played for a bit longer. I don't see this becoming a big issue, especially not anytime soon, but this will definitely become a complaint a couple months in the future. Also, don't even get me fucking started on the visual design of this game. It looks so cool! Every environment is chock full of little details like graffiti and posters and just so much. I could honestly sit here in the main hub for hours looking at the little stickers like, oh, that one says Pog. And the character design is top tier. Each member of the cast has such a distinct attitude that I just love. They're not necessarily rude or raunchy, but they're also self-centered and competitive in their own way. Plus, I'm such a bitch for how these guys are textured. It just, I love sprite art on 3D models. It looks so good. I think it's time to address the elephant in the room. Despite frequent allegations, no, I am not a furry. Yeah. I tried to sell some of my friends on this game before, and they just kind of passed it off as a furry shooter, which I think is a very disingenuous take on a game that they might actually really enjoy. So, the point that I'm trying to get to is it's less like this and more like this. It's less like this and more like this. Friends vs. Friends is a fantastic game that I think everybody should experience. Even if you can't get a group of people into it and you're stuck solo, it's a delight to play. It's like $10 on Steam right now, and it's worth every penny. So just do yourself a favor and go buy it. Trust me. Hi, thanks for watching my video. This is the part of the video where I beg for subscribers. So if you subscribe to me, I will give you a big, wet, soppy kiss on the lips. I made the script for this video, and I filmed it a while ago, a couple months ago. And in that time, the game has updated a lot, but, you know, my opinions of the game have kind of shifted. I still think it's good. I still think you should buy it. Like, I stand by that. I still think that it's a very unique and awesome take on a shooter. Yeah, so thank you for watching my video. Hit the subscribe button. I also stream on Twitch, so you should go look at my Twitch channel. And I also have an OnlyFans, so if you want to see my feet pics, yeah, that exists.